Hello and welcome to my channel. This is Darcy's Mixed Media and I've got some jelly plate play today. It's for a specific project that is coming up. This paint that I let dry on here was the Dylusions. This is the Sunset, Fiery Sunset. That's what happens when that's what happened when I put it on the, actually it might be Flamingo. That one might be Pink Flamingo. Either way, that is what happened when I put it on the gel plate. So unless you want that look, the Dylusions is not in the world the best for gel printing. Now I'm using some colors I don't generally use, but that's because it's for a special project. I even have a special pink I mixed up just for it. And if I could find my palette knife, that would make it that much easier. It's probably way more than I need. But that's okay, because I've got my handy dandy, what are these called? Sticker labels over here to, you know, get any excess off. So when you see it all kind of, it's like sliding so much, I definitely have too much on there. So. And when you see the finished project that I'm making, which will be coming out on August 20th for the Makers Creative Collab. That is a hashtag Makers Creative Collab. And our theme for August is Eclectic Evolution. That doesn't really tell you at all what I'm doing or where I'm going with this, but I'm going somewhere with it. All right, I got my unraveling or unraveled pansies. Either way, they're on there, and then I'm gonna take them up with some deli paper. I tried to warm up the plates a little bit. I thought I'd have to warm them up more, but sometimes you just need a little bit of warming up to get going on the plates before you turn the camera on. Some of you know what I'm talking about. Some of you are like, what? And I'll be able to use that in collage. I can layer it if I want to. So I did get a cool look here though with the acrylic paint and the Dylusions, where it did the crazing, which is crazy, driving me crazy. I'm gonna let that dry. This is why I have one to one plate, so I can let things dry. This one I had come in with this pink paint, and then did the quilted crop circles. So now probably gonna have to use a yellow. I think it's gonna go away on the orange. So go ahead, unless oh, you know what I could do though. Could do that, yeah, totally. I totally could do that. Oh my goodness. Paint goobers. Oh, I should have done it at the other end. Oh well. Get my wider one. Put that upside down. You really don't want to do what I did there because it gets stuck. If you put it on a wet painted surface like that, it's going to get stuck. Also, having your paint so close is not always great either. Alright, I have apparently more yellow on here than I do orange. I'm gonna turn that around so I can get some yellow on the outside, because the orange was a little bit thin. And I'm gonna go ahead and take one of these pieces, even though it means just go right across the middle, I guess. And just take that strip and go across the side. Sure. Now where's my Baron? The Baron is helpful for me. A Baron is a tool, printing tool. Here it is. To do this, because some of us have bad shoulders and the brayer affects the shoulder, and this is a different movement than the brayer. So my printing, I got a naked one. Anthony sells them with a little pretty thing. Usually sells them with a thing, but I wanted to save a little money because I know it's going to get covered with paint. And I was thinking it was going to come with a hole in it. I was going to do something inside, but that's okay. I might just paint the top of that or something, but he has been making some really cool ones too, and I will try to link his shop below. It's nice and smooth on the bottom, has a little bit of a curve. It's not a sharp edge, so you know, you're not gonna get the marks if it were, like you might sometimes get. It moves smoothly. You've got a place to hold it here. I do sometimes wish it was a little bit in there, a little bit more, but it's a nice size. This one is, I don't know what this one is. Let's find a ruler that has measurements. This one's 3.5 inch. So, and mine's made out of maple. Maple? I think it's made out of maple. I think I picked maple. I can't remember. I like maple. Makes me think of, you know, like my great grandmother's. I probably could have let this sit a little bit longer, but I need some. Should we just pull it up? Yeah, definitely could have let that sit longer. That's alright. Alright, I want to get this off. This is too much. And it's not in my... I don't mind grunge sometimes, even with this. But I don't need a big piece that thick of that weird color. Come on. So yeah, if you have stuff on your plate you want to get off like that, just grab a piece of tape. Helps get it off. Oh yeah, that's from when I was doing my mixed media stuff, which was a little bit more than that. And I could go ahead and just get all that gold off the edges, but I'm not bothered by that right now. Alright, now I know I need to leave that on longer next time, especially with this thicker paper. I don't know why I pulled that off, but I did. Okay. I'm just going to stick with plain paper until... that's what I wanted to happen. Oh my goodness. No, I didn't clean off my desk first. Why would I do that? So, I thought that one was going to come out better than it did, but it didn't. So I'm going to probably stick with these regular size papers. Or, these are from the book. And so I thought I would use some of these book pages too. And kind of, you know, I could wear on it. I mean, you know, I might collage on one side, like I want to keep the copyright, but I might do some whatever on that side. And that one I was saving for something else. Now you know what the book is for. What the book is. And I figured I could what am I doing right now? I want to keep this part because it has the synopsis of the story, and I'm not really keeping the story in there, but I'd like the synopsis to be in there. And these are cut to the size of the pages I want as well. And I also have some other size pages. Alright, let's get a layer of paint down. We do have a little bit of red in here. We're kind of going with just all warm colors, I guess. We're sticking with the warm side. Got the red, orange, yellow. I could have... Oh, you know what? I still might. Mess with you guys. Do some red and pink. Why not? I can do red and pink if I want to. I can do red and pink. I don't know what it's going to look like on the other side. But we definitely need to redo the quilted crop circles, don't we? But we probably don't want to do it on top of the one we just did the quilted crop circles on, because we're going to get some confusion happening. So let's use the Bloopy Loops. Bloopy Loops. Oh my goodness. Just get it on there. You don't have to be fussing with it that much, lady. I had some wet strength tissue paper I want to try to use, but I don't know where it went. Get that in there a little bit if I can. I did. Just a little bit on the edge that I wasn't getting. Go ahead and get some more of that off. I want it, it might be too dry now, but I want to get all into the creases so I can get a good thing. And then I think this is the way Patricia did it the other day. So she did that, took off the color, and then put a second color. She might have got more from in between here. But let's try it. We're going to go ahead and put some orange on. Now, this is not the best orange. I don't have some great oranges, though. It's just a really thin orange. I could probably thicken it up a little bit. I'm going to have to get myself a good orange. That's what I'm going to have to do. I mean, I don't use orange much, but it is a complementary color to, or a contrasting color to other colors that I do like to use. So there's that. That might be our favorite piece, right, by the end with all the layers. Who knows? So I'm trying to kind of get couple colors going on in the in-between before I put my pickup layer on. I don't know if that makes sense or not. And I'm not sure if they'll really even show or not. But if not, look at that. We've got funness. Alright, I'm going to let that dry. And that's going to be pretty. I'm going to put yellow behind that. In case you're wondering. In case you have to leave. Come back later. Alright, this one has red, the sunset and the orange or yellow. So I think I'll pick it up with one of these pinks. I think I can go with this. I'll go with this pink, my special pink that I made up just for this project, I guess is what I'll do. So I'm going to be picking it up with this pink. I want to make sure I have enough. I can always add more. Okay, don't have to go overboard. Go. This will be interesting. At least it'll be interesting. Alright, should I take the chance? I'll make sure I let it sit this time. Take one of these book pages. If it doesn't come out the way I hope, guess what I can do? I could just collage on the other side, so it's not a big deal. Go this way. Up those edges. Yep, the sizes of my pages only have to be like 6 3/4 by 10. I guess you say what the longest 10 by 6 3/4. Because I'm gonna bind it with my Zutter, so I can have smaller pages. I mean, you know what I mean. You're gonna get punched instead. I'm gonna punch this book out. All right, so. Kind of gives us an idea. We've got some interesting stuff going on in there. Let's hope this will give us an idea too. We'll see. I already used light yellow. I can't go light. Oh, I could do white. I gotta remember, white is an option, or cream. White or cream are options. I have to remember that. All right, this one is pinkish reddish, so I think I'll use the yellow on this one. And I could use a brighter yellow because the inside pages had a brighter yellow. It's just the cover has this darker gold yellow, which this yellow is like the perfect. Just happen to have it, which was nice. Nice to have what you need when you need it. Which, all right, I want to keep the copyright side, so I'm going to put it on this side. And I just haven't cut this page down yet. It'll be a little wide, but it's the right height. I'm keeping some of the book pages, either the pictures or the whole book page, depending on what it is, and adding a bunch of other pages. And adding some Alright, we'll do yellow on this one too. You guys are going to get so tired of yellow, pink, and orange. Actually, I don't want iridescent though. Where's a white? I just want a white. I could go buttermilk. I might do buttermilk. So I'm going to do some buttermilk here in the middle. And then, whoops, yellow on that side. And I probably have way too much paint here. And I do not see, I had it a minute ago, you know, I was like, oh, that's not where that belongs, but I don't know where I tossed it. My 8-inch sprayer, but it's all right. We will make the 6-inch sprayer work. There, that'll give a little more interest in the background than just doing yellow, right? Hopefully. Alright, I'm not loving what I just did there. So I'm going to make sure that my paper comes over on this side. This is paper from the book. But I'm not going to put it all the way to the edge. Because sometimes the edge doesn't pick up. I knew there was a why. Sometimes I think about my why. There's a reason I'm not going to the edge, because sometimes the edge does not pick up well. Watch it pick up awesome this time, but it wasn't the same paper, so, you know. This is why my shoulder hurts, because I'm like pressing hard here. Alright, that'll be fun, won't it? That'll be a fun page. I hope we have enough light. Alright, I'm going to let that sit. There's an idea of what we're going to end up with. And I'm sure you're like wanting to see some of the... I made some digitals to go with this project too. But you're going to have to probably wait. Sorry. You have to have some surprises for the collab, right? Alright, this one didn't do too bad. This is the daisies one. So you can see some of the daisies. Now I might not use that for a page. I might just use that for some collage. Oh no, I have to use that for a page. But I can collage over it if I don't love it. So we'll see. We'll see what happens with that one. Let's put some paint on. I've kind of been doing the darker colors in the front and the lighter colors in the back. Because the light color is not going to show if I put it in the front. Unless I... Oh, let's do the flowers again. I'm going to do it this way this time. And I'm going to do some pink. I'm going to do all the colors. We love all the colors. And, oh, I'm going to get some orange all over the place. And some nice big blob of yellow in the middle. I'm not sure what we'll pick it up with yet. Could just be even white. Start with the lightest color. I'm going to put some on the ends too. Because whatever I roll on first is going to be... Then I'll do the orange, because if the orange mixes with the yellow, it's not going to turn orange. I mean, you know, it'll still be orange. But if I mix the yellow with the pink, it's going to end up orange. So I want to kind of clean off my sprayer a little bit and then go to the pink. So this is one that I like. This is a fun one I like to do. And then it gets the middles all colorful and fun. Uh-oh. Missed a little bit there, I think. I hope I got everywhere. I just don't want a lot of blank spots. And then, well, didn't get quite in those ones, but that's okay. It's still going to be pretty. Let me put this to the side to dry. And just get some of that on there and then pull it up right away. But you get that fun thing left behind. which is nice. Okay, what's next? This one should be ready to pull, I think. This was the Unraveling Fancy, so we'll see how well this one comes out. It's got a lot of grunge on it because the plate was dirty when I started. Whoops, but that's alright. Uh-oh. Oh, this plate, I think it's, yeah, this is the plate. It's been doing this. I'm going to have to clean it off and oil it because these pieces here, they wouldn't come off before. And guess what? They don't want to come off now either. So, oh, that one is a little bit, but not all the way. Oh my goodness. Let's see, I'm getting paper going behind. That's all right. I can fix it. Well, actually, I don't mind that some of the book page is showing through because there was interest on that book page. All right, I kind of like how that bright red is showing through. You've got some of that plum purpley, whatever that was, from my mother who was Tanya in this story. So that still kind of shows up too, which is kind of fun. So that one, that's all right. All right, let's go ahead and get some of this stuff off that didn't want to come off the last two times I tried to pull anything off of here. So what is this? I don't want to poke my plate. It does not want to come off, whatever it is. It's white on this side. What is it? It might even be a speck of paper. Yeah, it is. It's a little piece of paper. That's what it is. And the tape wouldn't pull it off, even though, and my fingernail wouldn't either, but, well, that was weird. I'm not too worried about the edges. It's just those middle bits that were, I'm not going to oil it quite yet, but after this session, it does need to be cleaned and oiled. Oh. Some orange leaves. That would be fun, right? Oh, too bad I don't have my new stencil yet. All right, and the stencil that they made per my request is a large dragonfly wing one, like the, well, anyway. Oh, here, like this one. But they've got like a 5x7, 8x10, and 9x12, I think. So, you know, if like me, you were wishing that they'd do a larger version of this, they did. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. All right, let's do pink in the middle this time. And do the orange and yellow on the outsides. I just want patterns. I know it's not the month for patterns, but for some reason, I'm still on pattern mode apparently because the inspiration piece that I had went to patterns. Well, when you think eclectic, you kind of think, well, I do anyway, different time periods, different styles. So I was looking up, you know, just a bunch of different styles of patterns. And it was the pattern on the book cover that I got that is what was my inspiration. It was just a really fun pattern. And I was like, wouldn't it be fun to do more patterns with that pattern from different decades and different styles? So, you know, with the daisies, I've got some 60s power, you know, a little bit of 60s with the daisy, 60s, 70s. But this might be more like a nature or just, you know, maybe it's Art Deco. I don't know. There's some Art Deco things that I didn't realize were Art Deco. I'm like, that's Art Deco? Oh. Because a lot of times when people are like decorating for Art Deco, they use the same shapes and patterns all the time. And I was like, oh, I like these shapes and patterns. And then what else did I look up? I don't know. I just have a bunch of different ones. I didn't use all the ones I looked up, but you know, get an inspiration from them. And I don't know, I'm afraid I'm going to say too much and then I'll have to wait and put this video out after I do the thing. Where are we? Oh, we can pull this one now, huh? This is the Bloopy Loops, which is one that I love to do the way I just did the other two. So we'll see if I end up redoing that one or not. Unless this one comes out great. Oh, this one's coming out good. I think this one's a keeper. And I don't really need more than one full sheet. Although, it won't be bad to have... Oh, I need to do another... Won't be bad to have, like, more for, like, collage. Because why would I stop at just pages when I can combine patterns together, too? Where did my quilted crop circles go? Daisies, loopy loop leaves, crop circles. They're here. I'm going to do like I was doing before. Do the 3 colors. It's one of my favorite things to do. I don't know why. Oh, let's add a little red to this. I didn't do red before, did I? So some red. Some yellow. Because if I do the yellow, I'll do the yellow over here. It's going to give me some orange when it combines with the red and the... Oh yeah, I'm not afraid to mix red and pink. Yeah, baby. I used, like I said, I used to tease my boss. And now I'm like all about the red and the pink. Hey, they're in the same color family. Alright, I do want... Let's see, I'll take off some of that yellow. I don't mind some orange happening with that red, but I also do want some red coming out. Move some stuff. Oh good, now that little piece of paper is probably going to get back on my... Where'd it go? It's right there. Make them go away. And the pink. Because we can. Some of these little tiny circles are giving me hassles. I want all the circles filled in. See, none of these circles got filled in over here. What? What? Fill them in. Get them. Get them. Get them. It's a soft brayer, which helps. Although, you know, not the more layers of paint I have on my stencil, the harder. Oh man, see what happens when I try to put stuff away. The harder it is to get down in the circles because, you know. Just because I want another piece of this. That little circle is trying to get back on everything all the time here. Alright, let's put this up to dry. And you can't tell by this side what it's going to look because it's the other side. Oh, I should have done this on the labels. I wonder if there's any left on it. That is red. I don't think there is any left on it. Not really. Alright, do I have all those patterns I wanted to use? Now maybe I can just make some little pieces for collage. Oh, no, we can lift them up. Some of these, they should be dry, hopefully. That is pretty thick, so it's still wet. So that gives you an idea, and then whatever background I pick it up with, which might be just a titanium buff or that butter cream. Yeah, I got these on pretty... Oh, that one? I think that one's dry. Alright, we can do that one. I'll just pick that up with. Alright, yeah, we'll just... Because I don't... Yeah, the pages are not perfectly white. The ones that are, Oh, for a second I thought I made the pattern disappear. Oh... Don't know what that was. Alright, I also don't know why my thing is suddenly trying to freeze up on me. So, oh look, we got a big trinket. Put that to the side. That's what I was putting away the other day, putting over there the other day and whatnot. Alright, hoping I'm not going to pick up too much of what's on the other side. Okay, there we go. Titanium buff. Parchment. No, this one's parchment. Parchment's good. It's all good. And This is just not even great. I'm gonna probably use it for collage, so it's just 24-pound multi-purpose paper. I don't usually buy 20-pound paper because I'd rather pay a little bit more for paper I can print on both sides if I want to. Even for collage paper, I like the 24-pound. I do have some of what I printed. I'll show you one thing I printed. I printed on 20-pound because it was some cotton paper, or the I don't know if I could find it. Oh, here, I'm not going to use this one. So, nope, that's not the paper anyway. Oh, why can't I find what I'm looking for? Because I still haven't found. Here we go. These ones didn't make the count. They're not the right color yellow. But this one's 20-pound, and it's got like these stripes and whatnot. It's a resume paper, I think. So I did print a lot of what I got on resume paper, the 20-pound, because I figure I'll collage with it. But this yellow is not the right yellow. It'll work for something else though, because it's kind of a yellow ochre, and then it's got blue in it, and I didn't really want blue in this either, but I ended up with blue on this particular paper, and so that'll be fun. That's a kind of gives you an idea of patterns. I've taken some of my gel plate prints that I've already scanned in the past and was playing with the colors and then adding pattern on top to get the colors and the patterns I wanted. And to get the right colors, what I did is I went online and found the cover of the book and just copied that picture and then selected the colors I wanted it. So there's like a little, in Photoshop Elements, there's like a little dropper thing that you can pick your color, and then you can kind of copy and paste that color, kind of, sort of. That one's still too wet, and that one's still too wet. So I will lift these probably with the parchment, and you'll see them in the final project. So what did we make? So what did I end up with today? Anything? Anything usable? I think I was throwing it over here. Well, we definitely have our brayer sheets. That one I could finish up. Oh, a little bit of that came out. So there's those that I can play with. And I've got these I can play with, you know. I can add. Alright, you want to know what I can do with these? This is where the Dylusions paint comes in handy. Or any paint, really. But let's try it with both. So I'm going to get a wipe. I'm going to get a wet wipe, a handy wet wipe. I know, you're thinking, wash your hands with it, lady. Your hands are covered in paint. I can wait. I can wash my hands eventually. It's all good. It's all good and fine. So there's some of that pink. That is just the cracker barreled apple barrel, and here are some Dylusions. You pretty much get the same. You take just a wipe, and it just, there you go. Now, when you picked up your you know, from inside your stencils, and you're like, oh, but I didn't get a base down first. Well, now you don't have to worry about that. You could just take a wipe and some paint, and it's kind of semi-translucent, and you can see through what you're doing. Learn this from the lovely, and where I've done the darker color, it's just more subtle. I learned this from the lovely Diane Reevely, who makes the Dylusions paint, but I did find that you could do it with any paint. But you know, let's support Diane too, because she's the one that taught me this lovely trick. So I'm just kind of mixing the two colors as I go, and we can still see the other pattern through. And look at that. I love it. I love it. I don't care. I love it. Look at that. Now it's a whole other thing now. And you could still see the crop circles through there. Alright, so what color should we do with the daisies? Daisy, daisy. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. And some pink. Let's do both. Why not? We can do both. Get the yellow here. And I'm just randomly going around there. I'm not worrying about getting it in any particular, because this is probably just going to be collage paper anyway. So it doesn't need to be perfectly perfect anywhere. If the colors mix, well, we might get a little bit of a brownish. Or, well, not really, because they're in the right next to each other pretty much. Kind of, sort of. So we'll get more orangish, which is fine too, because that's part of our, there we go, collage paper. Some more. What about here? We could just take some, oh, there is no extra. I was going to say we could take some of our extra bits here. We don't have extra bits. Now this orange, which does not work super great as a paint, works just fine this way. Let's do it with some magenta. Right? Magenta. I know it's magenta. I know words sometimes. Not like I go around saying Stabilo. Just teasing my friends. Just teasing my friends. I need to use this as a brayer sheet for the rest of the way, don't I? Don't know how I feel about that. Let's take... Oh, let's find our brush. Or let's just use this one and then we'll wash it afterwards. Where's the other one? Hopefully I washed it last time. It's a thing, you can't trust me to wash the things that I should be washing. I'm pretty sure I did though. This may have some, oh, not too bad. Alright. Let's see if we can get this to show on top of the other reds or whatever. A little bit. So this is another, wait, yeah, I already did this. I already did this commercial. I already did this video where I decorated the but you know, just like we did on the tags, you could do that with the thing. Should we do one more of these since we've got the pink and yellow out? Where's my? That's not the. Where? Haven't gone that far. That one's dry, so that's not helpful. Guess we're getting it out another. Like it could be under the paper. Oh, it's right here. Here it is. I've not lost my mind. If I go ahead and do that right away, it might help. But yeah, there was a little brown on the brush, so now there's some mauve. Mauve. If I run out of this, I'll add some yellow. Maybe. Oh, I'm running out of all of it. Go through more paint that way than you think you do. Oops, it's just regular, yeah, this is just the 24-pound multi-purpose paper. And of course it's gonna get wet when you're putting a wet wipe all over it, even though the wet wipe's not quite as wet as it once was. Alright, can we get the rest of this or not? Just enough so that there's something there, because it's gonna get ripped up for collage anyway, so we're not too worried about it. So, if you're taking your plain paper to lift off your stencil bits, guess what? Just rub some paint over it and you won't lose it. Or just jelly plate over it with some transparent paint. But if you don't have transparent paint, that is your other option. Now, these are the stencils we use. PM Artist Studio. You have a little bit of that paper. Seriously, where did I put the ones? Goodness gracious, people. That came out kind of cool. So I could do that with this too, or I could jelly plate on the back to get some paint behind it if I wanted to. So we've got that one, that grungy one. I thought we had more than that. But I guess that is what we've got for today. And then we'll have a couple more. Or I'll have a couple more. I don't know what you'll have. If you pulled out your jelly plate to play a little bit, you'll have something. So I hope that you guys will be sure to come back August 20th. I'll do videos before then. But right before Makers Collab, videos are not a guarantee because you know how I get. But you guys actually get some sneak peeks this month because otherwise you wouldn't see me at all. So have a delightful day, everybody. Love you.